Escape from Tarkov is one of the most realistic shooters on the market, but it can be incredibly frustrating for a beginning player to learn the different nuances of the game. So in this video, I want to share with you the top 5 things I wish I knew before playing Escape from Tarkov. Let's get started. First, number 1, I wish I knew that I need to learn the maps. Every single map is different and unique. And going into Escape from Tarkov for the first time, you need to know the different layouts for the maps. As a beginner, a lot of people suggest going through customs, and I would actually agree with that suggestion because customs is such a good map. It's very linear in the sense it goes left to right, east to west. There's not a lot of different depth in regards to north and south. You know where the extracts are. They're all along the edge. But the only way you're going to learn that is actually either A, playing the game and going in to learn where all the different extracts are, all the different buildings and loot locations for any of these maps, but specifically, you have to go into the game to learn it. You could play offline, and I would encourage you as a new player to go inside Escape from Tarkov. You can click the offline mode, and that'll allow you to just explore and free roam the map at your will, at your own leisure. Something that I've learned how to do is I went to the Escape from Tarkov wiki page, and there's different maps for every single map in Escape from Tarkov, and people from the community have created these maps, and they're amazing contributions from the Escape from Tarkov community. And I always have one of those maps open on a separate monitor, pull one up on your phone, just have something to refer to, so when you go in and you don't know where the extract are, you could just refer to the map to the left or right, and oh, there it is. I know I need to go through old gas station, or we know exactly what building we want to head to get that sweet loot. So my first suggestion is to learn the maps either off in the offline mode or have one on the side. Second one is this. Ammo is so important in this game. Even more so, especially at the beginning, than the gun that you're using. You can use the most modded gun in the entire game. It looks sick, it looks dope, it has the lowest recoil ever. But if you're not shooting the right ammo, you are not going to penetrate tier 3, tier 4, or tier 5, 6 armor. You're just not going to be able to down other PMCs, other players, as easily as you would if you used higher quality ammo. A lot of times you go into a raid with the wrong ammo, you're gonna die if you're not able to penetrate the other player's armor. And the two biggest stats that you want to look at when in regards to ammo is their flesh value, the damage they do to the flesh, and their penetration value. And every single ammo across the board, whether you're looking at submachine guns, handguns, shotguns, sniper rifles, they all have different ammo types. And within those ammo types, in those archetypes of ammo, there's even subcategories of ammo which have better penetration values, or they do more flesh damage. Generally speaking, you want to look for penetration values in the 30 to 40 range. Anything higher is pretty good. You're going to be able to penetrate some of those higher tier armors. But as WTF Moses said, your gun is just a vehicle for your ammo. So get into raids. When you go into raids, make sure you have at least decent ammo in the very beginning of the game. You're not going to have a lot of money. At least don't worry about using crazy, like high quality ammo in the beginning. You're just trying to focus on getting as much loot and increasing your money, your ruble count at the very beginning. But as you progress through the game, you're going to be wanting to look at those mid tier to higher tier ammo quality, because it really does make a difference in regards to being able to take down players and even scav and raid bosses a lot quicker. So point number 2, ammo is very, very important. Moving on to point number 3, you don't need the highest tier gear in the game to win. You just don't. You can go in with relatively decent, like level 2, level 3 armor class gear, or, you know, a basic gun that you picked up from a scav raid, and you can get through and actually complete your different tasks, complete your different quests, and even take down pretty geared players if you get the drop on them. This game is so realistic in the aspect that you could one-tap someone in the face with a really crappy Viper Hunter with really crappy ammo, but you have and they have amazing loot. Like that's what's such an amazing aspect about this game, is that you don't need the highest tier, the best of the best in order to succeed. And especially at the very beginning, don't waste your rubles on trying to get the best modded, lowest recoil M4 in the game. Don't make the same mistake I did, spending over 100k rubles on that kind of weapon. You can get away with using the weapons that you gain from the scav runs or the hatchery runs, or the really low, the basic weapons that you can get from scavs. That's what I did at the very beginning. I went in as a scav, either extracted with that weapon I originally had or killed another player and took their weapons, and just the cycle goes on. Another aspect of talking about lower tier gear is you want to make sure before every single raid, you ensure your armor, your contacts, your ears, your headphones, the contacts, your armor. I already said armor. Jeez, Dom. Or Heth, man, I can't even know my own name. You want to ensure your gear. That's the point I'm trying to make here. As embarrassing as that fumbling was, ensure your gear, because what a lot of high tier players do is you'll get killed by a PMC in a raid, and then what happens is they notice that you have the green rounded helmet, and they're not going to waste 4 slots in their bags on a helmet that's only going to give them 10,000 rubles. So a lot of times you're going to get a lot of your backpacks, a lot of your tier 3 gear back from insurance, just for the fact that it's lower tier and players are not going to waste space in their limited inventory, especially when they're trying to get the highest value per slot in the inventory. So make sure when you go in, you're insuring your gear, but don't fall into the fallacy that you think that you need the best gear in this game in order to succeed. Point number 4, the best way to level up is simply just completing the tasks from the different traders. If you click on the different traders like Prepare, Therapist, Skier, Fence, all of them, they will eventually have tasks as you level up. I believe Prepare and Therapist have the first couple tasks, and I would encourage you to make sure you get your tasks done, because a lot of these tasks, once you complete them, they'll unlock even more tasks, which gives you more opportunities to get more experience. And the more opportunities you have for more experience, the more opportunities you have to level up faster. So completing your tasks is very, very important. And it's one of the greatest sources of experience in the game. And as you level up, and complete these different tasks, you'll get higher reputation values with the different traders, which will eventually unlock even more weapon modification items through the traders. So make sure you're completing your tasks once they pop up, and once you are able to go further with each and every single trader. Just make sure you go to each trader, you click the task tab at the top, and in order to see which tasks are available to you. Very early on in the game, it's only Prepare and Therapist, but again, they will unlock as the game goes on, or as you level up. And finally, one of the biggest tips I have for you, and a mistake that I made at the very beginning, I got excited, I was ready to go into raids, I wanted to play my PMC, but I was not utilizing my scav as much as possible. Your scav at the very beginning of the game, when you first purchase the game, it has a 20-minute cooldown between scav runs. And essentially, there's 2 different factions in the game. There's the scavs and there's the players. You can spawn in the middle of a raid as a scav player and play your heart's desire. You could play so aggressive as a scav and just go to the awesome loot spots, because if you die as a scav, you essentially do not lose anything. It's just go run and gun or do whatever you want. Try to get really good kills on players with really crappy weapons. Whatever you want to do as a scav, there's no downside. So always, when you have your scav off cooldown, make sure you're going into raids as a scav. And one of my biggest pieces of advice as a scav is make sure you have a mission or a route that you specifically want to achieve as a scav player. The reason why is you need to find a source of income in this game, whether it's running under the garage and interchange, which is one of my favorites, especially as a new player. I would run under the garage section of interchange because there's at least 10 to 12 weapon cases. And I would just run through, try to get as many weapon parts and weapon cases as I can. And you can end, I've been able to end that run with 200, 300K easy with low risk of dying. And there's some really, really great videos out there of some really very profitable loot runs. And I would encourage you to go look out for that other content. But please use your scav as much as possible. So guys, that is the 5 tips I would have for you. The things I wish I knew as a beginning player. We talked about 1, learning the maps, going in offline, learning the layouts. 2, ammo is important and the gun is only a vehicle for your great ammo. 3, you don't need the top tier gear to win. 4, complete your tasks as much as possible to level up. And finally, we talked about using your scav to cooldown as great, or as it comes off cooldown. So what are some tips that I missed? What are some things when you were first new player that you would love to share with the community? Please leave a comment down below, and I'll definitely be putting out more videos in the future with Escape from Tarkov content. So please, if you see this video in the future, go look out for those other videos that are coming out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.